Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Srinivasan, .NET developer. We are looking into Entity Framework tutorials. In the last video, we have seen how to use where clause in Entity Framework statement using link extension methods. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to write equivalent LinQToSql query statements for these queries one by one. Okay, because in the introduction video of the Entity Framework, I already told you I'm going to write both link extension uh, statements and link to SQL query statements. Okay, I'm going to create videos for separate video for link extension methods and another separate video for link to SQL link to SQL query statements. Okay, in the last video we have seen writing entity framework statements using link extension, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to use where clause in LinQToSql query statements. Okay, so we have these queries. So we have students object. In student table we have 4 students. I'm going to In the first query I'm going to filter the result by student name, and we are going to fetch the result, fetch the students whose name is John, right? So let's see how to write the equivalent LinQToSql query statement for the query students. So I have already told you that toList method used to get the result in list object. So so we are going to get the result in list object actually, and we are going to bind the result in the data grid view into this data grid view. So whenever I click on the execute button, so it will be here, right? So let's check whether we are getting the same result or not. Yeah, both results are same. So as I said in the previous video, parent column is as we can see, we have an additional column called parent. That's a navigation property, just ignore it. So whenever we bind the collection in the data grid view, so it will also show the navigation properties, so just ignore it. So let's move to the next query actually. So this time I'm going to use the 2 columns from the student table to filter the results. So we are getting by executing the results, we are getting the single uh, student John, and his ID is 4 actually. So let's see. So when we write more than one condition, we must put the brackets. This time we are going to use the filters actually. Okay, let's run the project and check whether we are getting the same result or not. That's it. Yeah, we are getting the same result. So this is the equivalent LinQToSql query statement for this query, right? We just used AND operator. So in the next query, so let's move to the next query. So the next query we are going to use the OR operator here. Also in the also we are going to use the two columns in the student object to filter the result. So we are getting this result. As you can see, we are getting this result. So just this is the OR operator in .NET code. This time phone number. We are going to copy and paste. Let's check. Yes, we got two John here, two Johns here, right? So let's move to the next query. So both result are same. Let's move to the next query. In this query we are going to find the student. Name of the student must contain this character, letter N actually. So if I run the query, so we are getting this result actually John, Martin, John. So we have N letter on these three columns. So let's see how to write this equivalent LinQToSql query. Right. Just remove the brackets and this time contains, and that's it. Let's run the project. Yeah, we got the same result in the data grid view, right? So this is the equivalent LinQToSql query statement for this query, right? Let's move to the next one. So this time we are going to find the length, find the students um, whose name length of the name is should be 5 actually. Okay, so now Peter has 5 characters in his name. That's it. Yeah, we have Peter's in data grid view also. Sorry. So this is the equivalent LinQToSql query statement for this query. So, okay. So let's move to the next one. So in the next query, we are going to use two tables. So, okay. So we are going to. I just wrote the nested query to find the student ID who got 100 marks in the exams. Okay. Also, we are going to find uh, and also the student name of the student must be John. Should be John. Okay, that's a condition here. So let's check the query. So whenever I execute the query, so we are getting the John whose ID is 4 got 100 marks in one of the examination. Okay, so we must write the LinQToSql query statement for the query. Name, sorry, so name equal to John, and here in the same way we are going to write the inner query to find the student ID of the students whoever got 100 marks in the examination. Okay, so this time from student mark in student dot student marks. So okay, this time the collection is student marks of the student object. Okay, so we are going to iterate each student mark from this collection. So this is the object we are going to. This object is represent the object which is iterating from the collection, from this collection. Okay, so now we are going to find student mark dot total mark equal to 100. That's it, and we must put the brackets here. And for the second condition, we must check. So we must check. Sorry, we are going to select student mark dot student ID. So by writing this query, we are just selecting the, from this query we are just selecting the student ID, and then we will check, and we are checking where the collection of ID contains the ID of the student who satisfy the first condition. Okay, so let's check. Yes, now we are getting the same result. Student ID for John. Yeah, so this is the LinQToSql query statement for this query. This query actually. That's it. So this time we are going to find the students. We are going to find the students who wrote all the three examinations. So actually we have three examinations. So let's find the students who wrote all the three examinations. Okay, so let's execute in the query editor. So yeah, all the students wrote all the examinations, all the three examinations. Okay, so let's write the equivalent LinQToSql query statement. This time where student marks dot count equal to 3. Yeah, for this query we no need to write a inner query. Sorry, no. That's it. For this query we no need to write the inner query like inner query, unlike this query. So because you know we have a student marks in the student object, so we can directly find the count of the exams in the student marks object by using this count property. Okay, so let's check. Yes, as we saw, so we have both result are same. So this is the equivalent LinQToSql query for this query. Okay, I hope you understand how to use a where clause in LinQToSql query statements. Yeah, if you like this video, please share, subscribe, and like my video. Thank you.